Welcome to Lapis Moon Tarot. In this reading, we're going to explore what's coming around the corner in the springtime. Now, the weather here is just warmed up and it's kind of put me into this spring mode. I've been tackling all the chaos piles around my place and just getting organized, and I'd love to see how that translates in a tarot reading. So let's see what energies we're going to be working with in the springtime. You have 4 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 with transformation, this beautiful butterfly. Pile number 2 with focus and the snow leopard in the Himalayas. Pile number 3 with release, and you've got this fall scenery with the leaves blowing. Pile number 4 with security, this beautiful cave with this fire, and you have the scenery of the night sky above. You've got cave drawings on here as well. I hope that comes through. So take a deep breath, pause the video if you need, and choose your pile. When you've made your selection, the timestamp for your pile will be in the first comment and in the description below. I'll get started with pile number 1. Pile number 1, if you chose transformation with this beautiful butterfly, this will be your reading. I see you being in a bit of a hermit mode this winter season, like you are resting, you are meditating, you are in a very introspective mode. Probably isolating as well, like not socializing as much as you used to and not interested in socializing as much as you used to. I feel like your dream state is really active right now. So you're either getting great sleep and then having very vivid dreams that you remember in the morning, or you're not sleeping so great and you're woken up many times throughout the night. 2 to 3 a.m. probably is what I'm seeing. So what you can do in that case, if that resonates, is you can ask your higher self and your angels for a little bit of a break from this transformation, to let you rest as well, to let your 3D body kind of catch up to what's happening for you in your higher state. But I see that in the springtime, you will emerge from this cocoon completely transformed. The transformation is definitely introspective. It's like your perspective, your mentality, your outlook on life changes. And of course, once we change on the inside, like it definitely becomes apparent on the outside. Like people will tell you like you've changed, especially if they haven't seen you over the winter months. All right, let's take a look and see if we can get a little bit more information from the tarot. What is this inner change that you're going through? The word radical acceptance just came to mind. Self-love. Perhaps you're unnecessarily harsh on yourself. A little bit of perfectionism coming through as well. Kind of letting go of that inner critic. Let's take a look. We'll take 5 cards, one at a time. 5 of Swords, upheaval, conflict, loss. 2 came out here, so I'm going to keep shuffling. Knight of Cups, beautiful. Proposal, quest, prospects, and pride. There's that 4 of Swords. Card says rest, recovery, quiet. Yeah, so you're not sleeping well right now. You're in need of recovery. You're in need of rest. 4 of Wands, beautiful. Creativity, union, and freedom. One last card. Judgment, acceptance, awakening, and assessment. Look at these butterfly wings. Confirmation, right there. Shedding the facade, putting down the mask, and revealing your true self. That's what you're going to do in springtime, which I love for you. So this 5 of Swords, yeah, there's like an inner conflict, an inner turmoil, especially if you feel like you have to put on a show, put on a mask to be accepted. Perhaps there's a little bit of like people pleasing as well, like going through a lot of conflicts, maybe in early childhood, like seeing it around you, and then learning how to people please, how to kind of morph yourself and transform yourself into a person that is acceptable, you know, that's not rocking the boat, to avoid those conflicts later on in life, right? And so what it does is it attracts a certain type of person to you that perhaps kind of recycles, right? Reinvents, recycles, repeats those conflicts that you grew up with, that you were a witness to. And also kind of puts you in like fight and flight mode at all times, right? You're constantly monitoring the mood, the feelings of another person, and then trying to shift yourself to not cause a conflict. That's exhausting. This Knight of Cups, beautiful energy, I feel is you. You're someone with a very compassionate heart, very open-hearted, very almost innocent. Like when you approach someone with your heart, it's on your sleeve, like you are all in. You have this hopeless romantic air about you, in a positive light, like you are someone that's going to love completely. But in saying that, I think you are realizing how special that is and how it's not meant for everybody, right? Now you could also be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but not necessarily. But I do feel like this is your energy, like very loving, very nurturing, very compassionate. But that should be reserved for those who are worthy of it, right? We use our discernment on how we use our energy. We don't deplete ourselves. We don't burn out. Rest and recovery. I think that's what you're doing right now in this cocoon. You're kind of done. You might have gone through a recent breakup. So you have your own space now and you don't really feel like socializing because you're tapped out. You know, this person really took everything from you. But what I love about the Four of Swords is that it's a recovery card. It's like rest so that you can become your best self and move forward, right? And you need to do that in solitude. You need to do that kind of in hermit mode so you're not disturbed. So you can heal, so you can mend, especially your heart, especially your mind, especially that inner monologue. Four of Wands, beautiful. Celebration, creativity, and union. There could be someone coming your way. You might attend a wedding in springtime where you meet someone perhaps. This could also mean meeting people who are at your level. Like these are your fans, these are your supporters, these are people who like the same things as you. You have a lot in common. They truly value you. And I love the Four of Wands card. It also looks like 1111 with these two wands on either side. It's very like synchronized. It's very like meant to be. You went through this healing. You've recognized who you are. And now you're using your discernment on who you allow into your inner circle. And we get the Judgment. Acceptance, awakening, and assessment. It's like the whole summary of this journey you're on. That radical acceptance and self-love awakens you to your divinity, to your autonomy, to your right to be loved, nurtured, cared for, respected. And look at that. And now that assessment, right? To me, it's that discernment. Who should be in my circle? What should I be doing? What kind of work should I be doing? Where should I even live? All of that transforms when you see yourself clearly and you see yourself as a divine being, deserving of love, deserving of respect. Now you're choosing where you spend your energy, who you spend your energy on. What do you do, right? Everything needs to be connected. Everyone should fill you up, should restore you, not drain you. Let's get you a healing card. This is the Herbal Astrology Oracle. It's one of my favorite decks. Let's see if there's any further messages from this deck. Anima Mundi, Dragon's Blood, number 51. Look at this dragon right here. We just entered the year of the dragon. I feel this is your year. I feel this is the year where you rise in your strength, where you recognize all that you are. In the upright, oneness merging with the divine, access to the world soul, occult knowledge, initiation, universal donor, entry into the great void. Black Moon Lilith and Pluto are the rulers. So right here at the top, got Black Moon Lilith and Pluto. That might be interesting for you to go and take a look at your birth chart and see where Black Moon Lilith and Pluto show up and what house and what sign. Pluto just entered into Aquarius, so that might be significant as well. Okay, let's take a look. The guidance. Dragons are ancient guardians of the earth, symbolizing hidden knowledge and auspicious powers of supernatural origin. Dragons are etheric beings that inhabit the deepest pockets of the ethers and have dominion over the four elements. Dragon's blood core oozes blood, representing the collective blood, the blood of nature, and serving as a gateway to the anima mundi, the world soul. As you enter the all-seeing portal of the great void, don't shy away from its vastness. Embrace it as you are undergoing this great initiation. Within this awakening, wow, that word again, you will discover the unique patterns you contribute to the great tapestry of life. That is so beautiful. Let me get you one more oracle card. I think I'm going to grab something from the wisdom of the oracle. Let's see if we have any last messages. Oh, I love that. Milk and honey, 51 again. Look at that synchronicity. 51, milk and honey, the essential meaning, the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. The oracle's message, you've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. I love this for you. I hope that resonated, and I will see you in my next one. If you were drawn to group number 2 with focus, this will be your reading. This snow leopard and the Himalayas here, it makes me feel like this is a career reading for you. The moves you're making right now in this winter season feel very like Capricorn, like you are climbing to your goals, right? Step by step up the mountain, and you're determined. And it's very much like these are your own goals, right? This is a solo project. Snow leopards are solitary creatures. And so it's very much like you set something up for yourself that you are so laser focused on. And in the springtime, you see the rewards of this hard work, of this focus, of this determination. Because if you take a look at this beautiful peak here, there's gold up here, right? Like the reward, you really have your eyes set on it. So it feels like career. It could also mean school. It could be higher learning, education. Yeah, like a lot of grit, a lot of determination. And you are wading through snow here. Nothing's going to deter you from this goal you've set for yourself. Oh, I love that. Ace of Wands. Let's get 5 tarot cards, one at a time. So any further messages? Get them one at a time. 5 of Cups in the reverse. Temperance. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Oh, last one. Yes, Ace of Pentacles. 2 aces, 2 new beginnings happening for you. Beautiful. Let me make sure that these are all in the frame. Okay, this is quite the story. You had an inspiration. This is divinely inspired. This is an idea. This is a gift or a talent that you're very passionate about. The 5 of Cups tells me that something wasn't quite right. It could be the timing wasn't right, or you didn't have the support that you needed. Maybe it wasn't as fulfilling as you thought it was once you started on this journey. And so you've kind of let go of that idea. 5 of Cups in the upright, it's like crying over spilled milk. But in the reverse, I feel like you've made peace with the fact that this particular goal or plan wasn't meant to be, or the timing wasn't right, right? And so by doing that, you've created this kind of energy of harmony and balance in your life, where you no longer hold so tight and try to control every aspect of your life to the point where you do get laser focused and only focus on the fact that it didn't work out, or why didn't it work out, or what are these obstacles in my way. And you're taking a step back and you're looking at a bigger picture now. 10 of Cups in the reverse to me is like the ending of a time in your life where nothing was ever good enough. Like you are so hard on yourself. When things don't work out, when obstacles arise, when things fall through, like you are exceptionally hard on yourself. It feels to me like you've balanced out. You're learning to let go. You're learning to forgive yourself and not be so critical of yourself when things don't work out. And then God, the universe comes through with a reward for your hard work, your reward for your perseverance, for learning those hard lessons, and brings you a new opportunity. It's going to be monetary based, right? We've got Pentacles, so this could be a job opportunity, this could be a business, this could be a partnership coming towards you. A new beginning, one that perhaps is better aligned. You've kind of changed your outlook where you no longer blame yourself. You've kind of, I get it, you've kind of come into contact with the idea of the law of assumption, where whatever happens, you understand that it's for your highest and greatest good. So if it works out, it was meant to be. If it's not, it's because something even better is around the corner, something better aligned, something that's going to be even more satisfying, more prosperous, more abundant, more in line with you. I'm going to get you a little bit more tarot to see if we can figure out what this Ace of Pentacles coming your way in the springtime is, because it's got you focused. It's got your full attention. Knight of Cups, proposal, quest, prospect, and pride. I feel like the person who brings you this offer could be a water sign. This is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. They're really sincere. It does feel like a partnership proposal or a job opportunity. They definitely want to work with you. Yes, Three of Pentacles, collaboration, enterprise, success, talent, and teaching. There's something that you're really gifted at, and this person wants you on their team. And this is going to be a really successful collaboration. Like, I feel like everyone is really respectful of each other's talents, of each other's gifts, of what they bring to the table. Like, these pentacles are very aligned, like they're on the same level. So it's not like a hierarchy. This feels very much like collaborative, harmonious, that temperance energy. Let's get one more. One other thing I want to say here too with this water flowing, this does feel like it's going to be fulfillment. You know, water energy is emotional happiness, right? And this person is bringing you a cup of fulfillment, of happiness. The Star, oh my goodness. Guiding light, inspiration, faith, hope, miracles, infinite energy. I love that you got the Star card. This is a prayer answered. This is a miracle coming through. This is like out of the blue. You're not expecting this. This person comes through with the most perfect proposal in the most perfect time for the type of work that you would feel so fulfilled by. That is so cool. I'm so happy for you. Let's get you a oracle reading. From the wisdom of the oracles, we're going to grab the prosperity message and see if we can get any more information. Yin energy. Interesting. Balancing out to your feminine energy. Perhaps you're someone who operates primarily in your masculine energy, which does give you a lot of success. I get it now. Ah, okay, this is so beautiful. I'm so excited for you. Okay, the temperance here is talking about balancing your feminine and masculine energy. You have no problem working hard towards a goal. Like we said, grinding, persevering, showing up day in and day out for that goal. But the feminine energy talks about intuition, talks about discernment, talks about having those hunches, those intuitive hits that let you know something's aligned or something is not. A workplace is welcoming or it is not. It's an energy, it's subtle. And you could be the best worker in the world, but if you're working with people who don't appreciate you, who don't value what you bring to the table, it won't matter. You won't feel fulfilled, you won't feel recognized by them because they're not at the same level as you. So the yin energy is coming through here, telling me, and look at all this pink, yes, and even the Ace of Pentacles card, and these pink clouds, that's what was lacking. It was like balancing out your receiving energy, your meditative energy, your introspection, your intuition, like honing that skill and actually listening to your gut. Okay, let's read it from the book. Very, very cool. Number 2. So I'll read you the essential meaning first. The feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information, taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. Yes, letting someone else make the first move. Okay, instead of forcing things to happen. Prosperity message. This is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Observe their behavior and follow their lead. Your desire to push through must take a backseat for now. Collaborate and offer your ideas rather than dictating what must happen. Let others come to you. It's important that they feel they have power now. Another meaning is about releasing your need to have things in the form you want. How do you want to feel basking in your success? Now allow the universe to show you the form. Yin is the sign of essence. Things may go smoothly. Things may go more smoothly than you expect. Yes, I do feel that, like you were forcing things or trying to push through obstacles here with this idea that kind of left you really disappointed. But you worked through that and you healed that. And with this temperance, I feel like you're bringing in your feminine energy. I feel like you are attracting this proposal, like it said, this collaboration. This is so beautiful. I hope this resonated, and I'll see you on my next one. Group number 3, if you chose the release card, this is interesting. I feel like you're finally releasing something that affected you from the fall season. So this could have been a breakup. This could have been the loss of a job or loss of a friendship that happened in the fall, and you've kind of been processing it through this winter season, and it hit you hard, I want to say. It was very much out of the blue, unexpected. But you're realizing in the springtime why you needed to release it. And I'm going to say it's because something better is coming your way, but that's always hard to believe in when we're in the midst of heartache, when we're in the midst of disappointment. So I think that you're dealing with it the correct way in this winter season, to just take time for yourself, to take a step back. I hope that you're using self-love and compassion towards yourself to heal through it. Because I feel like you're going to see why this happened in the springtime. Like it'll click in for you on an intellectual level, and you'll be ready to accept that knowledge because you would have done the emotional work already throughout the winter season, right? So you can't bypass that emotional work and just go straight to the intellectual, like, oh, okay, yeah, this happened because this, and this. Well, no, we're not going to accept that. Our hearts aren't built that way. We are hearts and minds. We need cohesion. We need a link between those two. It has to make sense in our heart as well as our mind. We're going to take 5 cards, one at a time. Let's see what further information or messages we have. Okay, the Empress, beautiful feminine energy. Love that. I love that that came through for spring, because that is very Empress. It's feminine energy that is birthing something new. So this could be a project, this could be a goal, this could be your gifts and finally sharing them with the world, or it could literally mean a pregnancy. Let's get 4 more cards. Very abundant energy, 6 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, let's get 3 more. Wow, the Devil really flew out there. Okay. The Knight of Cups, 1 more. There might have been another pile you were drawn to that also got the Knight of Cups. And the 10 of Wands. Okay. This is quite the picture. I want to say you're someone that's more in your feminine energy. This Empress is beautiful. It's about attracting all the abundance, attracting all the opportunities. You're incredibly nurturing, incredibly loving. Like I said, birthing ideas, goals, perhaps a new life, but I feel this is more work related. There is a situation here where you're either not being recognized for your gifts and talents, you're not being appreciated for what you bring to the table, or you have this fear of being seen for your gifts. And I want to say this fear comes through as some kind of programming, perhaps from childhood. Perhaps you were told not to be boastful, not to be prideful, and to keep, you know, your personal talents, your gifts kind of like muted, right? Shrink yourself down, like don't take up too much space. The typical kind of rhetoric that most people who identify as women hear, especially when we're young and we're in that confident stage and we're, you know, glowing up and we are trying to establish ourselves, our identities with the gifts that we've come to this world to share. And we're told, like, you're being too loud, You're being too bossy. Yeah. Dim it down. You're making others uncomfortable, right? And I feel like you're releasing that programming. You're releasing that inner monologue. You're releasing that limiting belief that you have to shrink down in order to fit in order to be accepted, because you're seeing how you're not being accepted. You're not being heard by dimming down, by shrinking down. You're not taken seriously. The Knight of Cups feels like your energy. You might be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but not necessarily. Someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. Again, it feels very much like feminine energy. Like you really pour into the people you care about, into the projects you care about. Like you give everything. You don't hold back, and you're incredibly sincere. I want to say it almost feels more like, in this case, because we're talking about work, it's like people can trust you. Your word is solid. You have a lot of integrity. You come to it so honestly, with so much hope too, towards the projects you're working with. But you're realizing that you can't waste your energy in spaces where you're not recognized. And shrinking yourself down is not working. So you walk away. 10 of Wands. You put down all of the weight of the expectations of others, of not stepping on anyone's toes, of shrinking yourself down so you're not too loud, shrinking yourself down so you're not seen, you're not shaking the boat. None of that anymore. You're done. You're done giving your energy away to all of the things that you have to monitor in everyone else, instead of pouring it into yourself. Like how exhausting it is to walk on eggshells so that other people feel comfortable. Like that's like number one sign you know that these people don't appreciate you. This isn't your, your crowd. This isn't your scene. This isn't your people. Someone like you deserves to feel appreciated, nurtured. You need to feel like you can speak your truth. You need to feel like what you share matters, right? It's appreciated. And when it's not, you walk away. That's what you're releasing. Let's see what's coming your way. I'm actually going to get you a little bit more tarot because this is really interesting. What happens when you walk away? And I do love that you are fully into your feminine energy. Like this hasn't affected who you are at your core. You still operate in your feminine. You're still loving. You're still nurturing. I feel like you just need to deprogram and give some of that nurture, that love, and give that nurture and love to yourself, right? We fill our own cup and then we give of our overflow. What's coming for you after this 10 of Wands? Queen of Swords. Strength, ambition, truth, and judgment. Acceptance, awakening, assessment. Yeah, there was another pile that you might have been drawn to. What I like about the Queen of Swords, this is, sword energy is masculine energy. So it could be that this allows you to balance with your masculine energy. Like this is still a queen. This is a woman. She's embodying the energy of truth, of what is just, of what is logical. She has strength. She has ambition. She's not allowing anyone to take of her energy and drain her. She is a queen. She's fully in her wisdom. She decrees, right? She discerns. She decides where she's going to spend her energy. What is truth for her? And then that's the project she does. That's the work that she does. Those are the people she collaborates with. Judgment card, acceptance, awakening, and assessment. Again, assessment, that mental acuity, that logic. I feel like this is radical acceptance of your gifts and of the situation. And it becomes very transformative. Look at these beautiful butterfly wings. You wake up to your beautiful gifts, to what you bring to the table, to your talents. And then you are very discerning of where you spend that energy. Let's get you a Wisdom of the Oracle and read the prosperity message, because this does feel like a career choice, a collaboration, a partnership, something along those lines. Like you're leaving one workspace for a space that actually values you. No place like home, number 50. So the essential meaning is authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. Exactly that. Oh, I love this for you. I love it when the Oracle cards completely matched the reading. So here's the prosperity message. When you act in an authentic way, you command the world to reflect back to you exactly what is in your highest good. Your business choices, the investments you make, and the creative projects you immerse yourself in are powerfully on point. Why? Because when you are fully yourself, radically accepting everything in your journey to date, both successes and failures, you will see the divinity in all things. Abundance is a natural progression when you experience this kind of authenticity, that judgment card, that acceptance, knowing yourself, accepting who you are, putting down the mask, putting down the programming that had you playing small, that had you in chains. This is almost like a default mechanism to protect yourself because you were taught that this is what you had to do. But when you let that go and you become your authentic self at home in your own skin, the opportunities that you are going to attract are going to be far more successful. You're going to be surrounded by people who value you and see you. And you're going to use your discernment to make sure you're only participating in projects and collaborations that value you. I hope that resonated, and I'll see you on my next one. Group number 3, if you pick security, I feel like this winter season, you're working on your root chakra. You're working on feeling safe and secure no matter where you are. Like wherever you call home, you are working hard at putting down roots. I feel like you're someone who's traveled a lot, or perhaps when you were a child, your family moved around a lot. And so you never got that sense of community or attachment to a place. And it's kind of left you a little bit rudderless. And now you're looking for that anchor. But I want to say that what you'll actually discover is that you can make a home no matter where you are, as long as you're like comfortable in your own skin. It's like healing that root chakra. I also feel like once you heal that root chakra, it's going to move up through all of the chakras. You're going to align your passion, your creativity, your heart. Third eye and crown chakra are going to be lit up. You're going to have a lot of downloads, a lot of spiritual information come in, and it's going to feel like you can ground that information now into your body and into this life, into this 3D world, because your root is solid now. You might be someone who actually does have a very clear crown chakra and third eye, but it was like disconnected from the body, right? And you're realizing that the piece that was missing was the root chakra. This is so interesting. Let's get you some tarot. 5 cards, one at a time, to get more information. We've got 2 of Swords. There's a decision that needs to be made here. This card also reminds me of the High Priestess. It's like the little priestess. She's in training. She's starting to learn how to use her intuition to make a decision where she can't see where it's going to end up, but she just trusts that her own inner knowing and that God has her back when she makes this decision. The Hermit. There is a spiritual journey happening for you right now. It's too many. I'm going to keep going. Yeah, I felt that. The 4 of Pentacles. Feeling secure and solid in your home, right? Building up your foundation. Let's see what's coming for you in the springtime. Page of Cups. Beautiful. Roommates or friends, whatever the situation. But this is advising me that you have to do what's best for you. So it's almost like going into hermit mode, climbing to the top of that mountain and figuring out, if you had no attachments to anyone else, what would make you feel secure? What would build up your foundation? And then dream big for yourself when you do that with this Page of Cups. Because right now you're feeling insecure, right? You're wondering what's the right course of action. Because right now, where you are, you might have gained a certain amount of security. And it's, it could be Pentacles, right? It could also be like maybe you have a little bit saved up. But the way that this person is sitting, like holding tight, right? Afraid they're going to lose that little bit of security they've built for themselves. That's signaling to the universe that you have fear, right? That you don't think you'll have enough, that you don't feel like your foundation is strong enough, that it can be taken away at any moment. And again, that could be due to the fact that you're maybe in a situation that isn't helpful, like a home that doesn't make you feel safe and secure. So the advice here is to dream big. The Page of Cups. The card itself says idealism, dreamer, sensitivity, naivete, innocence, inner child, intuitive messages, curiosity, possibilities, and head in the clouds. But in your case, now what's standing most out for me is inner child and possibilities. I do feel like there's a healing happening in your inner child, a child that felt rudderless, right? Felt like there was no place they felt really connected to, that needs to feel safe, that needs to know they're okay, that they're safe no matter what. So there might be some inner child work to do. I almost want to say, like I see you buying your inner child a little gift, like maybe it's like a little dollhouse, or like a key chain, or a keychain that says like no place like home, or your home, or something like that. Something to gift your inner child a sense of security, a sense of home, knowing that that home and security is actually within yourself, and you can make any place your home. I also would suggest, perhaps on a new moon, to journal out specifically what would be your dream home. What would it feel like? What would it look like? How would you decorate it? What would be surrounding it? Are you in the city? Are you out in the country? Do you have lots of trees, nature, water? Are you by the beach, by a river? Right? Get specific. I love this King of Pentacles coming through here, because this is someone who's solid. They know who they are. They are very firm in their foundation. There's this Taurus energy. Now, you don't necessarily have to have an earth sign energy in your chart. We all can embody Taurus energy. Taurus is very traditional. It's reliable. And look at the difference in the way that this King of Pentacles is holding the pentacle as opposed to the Four of Pentacles, right? Now, they both have crowns. They both have a throne of swords. But while this person is worried, anxious, holding tight, he's holding this pentacle like a trophy. Like this is his pride and joy. And more importantly, what I love about the King of Pentacles is that he's generous, right? He is abundant, but he takes care of those he loves. Love all this field of green behind him too. Yeah, it feels like in the springtime, you make a move that aligns you with your prosperity. And as your prosperity grows, as you put down roots, as you grow your circle of loved ones, that sense of security feels more and more fulfilled. But we're making a decision right now. And I think the decision is whether you should stay or go. Now, no one can make this decision for you. That's why the Hermit is here. You got to do that inward journey to figure out what would make you feel safe and secure. Is it staying where you are? Or is it taking that risk and moving forward? But the best way to get clear is to make that list, is to dream big for yourself. What would be your dream home? What would it feel like? Let's get you a healing card. I've got the Herbal Astrology Oracle here. Let's see what further messages come through. Higher consciousness, Mercury and the Moon. Yeah, it very much feels like that hermit mode, that taking the time to go within, to have a spiritual journey, is going to be pivotal for you in making the right decisions, because you'll trust that information you're getting, but you'll also ground it. I think that's the issue. It's a disconnect. It's like, I think intuitively you know what to do, but you have a hard time putting it into action because there's uncertainty around it, right? You don't know how to ground it into feeling safe in your body to make this decision. Number 17. In the upright, Hermit, wow. Solitude, soul searching, realizations, greater knowing, enlightenment. I love it when the oracle cards align with the reading. Gotu Kola, like the wise hermit, signals the achievements of great wisdom through solitude and trust. You are entering a period of deep inner contemplation. Looking for answers requires solitude and disconnection from the regular casualties of life. Gotu Kola walks through the undiscovered pathways of the subconscious mind with precision, guided by the light of the northern star. You are moving into a new and a higher stage of being. If you're experiencing a sense of loneliness or alienation, you are perhaps living a reality where your own deep truths have been denied. This is a time for introspection, a time for rest, meditation, and inner work. Your consciousness is undergoing transmutation. Invoke your high consciousness every day and leap into the portal within. Okay, my dear, I know that this inner work is sometimes difficult, but I feel like in your case, it's going to open this doorway to fulfillment, to dreaming like you were a child again, right? That curiosity that anything is possible, and then pulling that in to the 3D world with this King of Pentacle energy. I'm going to get you one more oracle. This is from the Goddess Power oracles. I feel like there is a message here about how you can better hone in to that childlike wonder, to trusting your intuition, like something to anchor you. Got two cards that have come through here. Both came through in the reverse. We've got Lien of the Ways with Patterns in the reverse and Great Goddess Sacred Unity in the reverse. I'm going to read you both of those messages. "17. Great Goddess, Sacred Unity." So it came through the reverse, so we're going to read the alignment message. Unconscious choices and behaviors may be causing a distortion in your world. Difficult feelings are part of the journey of self-discovery, and now is not the time to shy away. In order to survive, you may have been conditioned to suppress what makes you uncomfortable. You might have found yourself in a temporarily awkward place with someone and don't know what your next step should be. Be honest. Say when you don't know something and be open to learning. Wow, okay, that really, okay. The Great Goddess offers you this alignment task. Make the discomfort, awkwardness, and the uncomfortable sacred. Think of what would happen if you made what you considered a flaw, loss, or failure a beautiful integral part of the art of your life. Every breath you take is sacred, every mistake you make is a gift, and every time you learn from a relationship is blessed. Bless all parts of you and your life, for you are sacred in the heart of the Great Goddess who sees only beauty everywhere. Goosebumps, that was beautiful. Let's read you number 12 as well with patterns. And I want to say it feels like this is a reoccurring pattern of not feeling safe, perhaps in your relationships and in the home that you build with people. But let's see what the card says. Familiar patterns show up when you fall asleep at the wheel of your life or when you expect things to be a certain way out of habit. Whatever conditions are reoccurring for you right now, you are being invited to see them as an opportunity to move beyond the limits of your expected disappointments or habitual behaviors. If you do what you have always done, then you can expect the same patterns to continue. If you don't want to repeat a lesson or find yourself back at the same path with the same people, same conditions and results, then you must choose to think, do, and be differently. The goddess known as Ellen of the Ways offers the alignment task. Make a commitment to change your way and choose to allow for a new path to be explored. It's time to take a look at your need to always wonder if the other shoe will drop and how you remain in familiar territory, although you're not content. Ellen will show you the way out. You just need to follow. You just need to want to follow. Oh, my dear. Okay. All right. All right. Those were some heavy messages. I want to leave you with one final takeaway here. I feel you're doing a lot of healing work that takes a lot from you. So be gentle with yourself, have compassion, have love for yourself as you're going through this situation and recognizing those patterns and healing. Foxglove, confidence, be what you want to see. Yeah, exactly. The more you pour love, the more you pour compassion, the more you pour security into yourself, the more you will attract that in life. I hope that this resonated, and I will see you on my next one.